Some leaders in Niagara County say a plan to increase alternative energy goes too far. The state wants to have 70% of power come from renewable sources by the year 2030. Last week, we told you about a law that lets the state decide where wind and solar farms can go. Jeff Rusek continues our coverage on a story you saw first on 7 Eyewitness.
Governor Andrew Cuomo wants New York to be green. He's inviting renewable energy companies to build wind and solar across the state. In order to fulfill his goal of having 70% of New York's energy come from renewable sources by 2030, he wants to make it easier for wind and solar companies to build large-scale projects faster. On Friday, his office amended his proposed 2020 budget to include a renewable energy permit office. For some in Western New York, this was not welcome news. The group called Cambria Against Industrial Solar has been fighting against a project called Bear Ridge Solar, a 100-megawatt project for close to a year. Bear Ridge Solar is being built under a state law called Article 10. It gives local governments less power and the state government more power when deciding what and where large energy projects can be built. This new legislation proposed by the governor would allow even more state control with the would-be Office of Renewable Energy Permitting. Senator Rob Ortt says this isn't going to be a problem for just Niagara County. He believes it's going to be a problem for the entire state.
This is going to drive more of these projects to places like Western New York, whether it's Hamburg or Newfane or Pendleton or Somerset. It's going to drive more of these kinds of projects, and the local communities will have no say when they're proposed.
We reached out to the state for further comment on local input for further projects in the proposed Office of Renewable Energy Permitting. They did not respond. Their press release states municipalities will have an opportunity to advise the office on compliance with local laws, and the permitting office will consider and may apply local laws. Now, this could all make the permitting process for wind and solar farms a moving target. If the governor gets his proposed permitting office, projects like Bear Ridge Solar will be able to get the new approvals it needs from that office instead of Article 10. Also of note, while Article 10 exists to streamline larger power projects, it takes years for developers to get through that process. Jeff Rusek, 7 Eyewitness News.